Good morning to all traders and welcome to our daily market insights video provided to you by Orbex. US keeps targeting most of Chinese exports to US, but the Chinese didn't go tough on all this just yet. They threatened to pull out of their huge holdings in US treasuries, but will they really? I doubt that will be the case, to be honest. I mean, what are they going to do with all those dollars anyway? That's why I believe that Trump really has the upper hand on the negotiations now, and that's the main reason the Australian dollar is feeling the heat. On the other hand, the safe havens are becoming a famous choice, with yen rising on heightened perceived risk from the US-China stock deterioration implications. Today is indeed a better day on the economic calendar, at least with UK's wages data and unemployment data coming out, and also Germany's ZEW economic sentiment indicator. These are the two daily highlights. While at it, we are going to have a look on dollar yen, Aussie, as well as cable. Note that none of the recommendations here constitute investment advice, and losses can exceed profits. I want to start with the Aussie, okay, because Aussie has been feeling the pain from trade war implications over the past few days, and has, to be honest, also declined a little bit further to what I expected at the end of Q3. Anyhow, so we have completed on the 4-hour, we have completed this ending diagonal pattern, fixed a false break over here, and now, because we also reached the 0.618 golden Fibonacci of the full extension, okay, the chances of prices moving higher and seeing a reversal increase. Okay, now that of course will depend on what's going on with the US and China. The Chinese have a few weeks, according to news, to get a negotiation on the table, to get some concessions on the table, pretty much. Really will depend on that, but on the technical, from a technical view, we're looking at prices to start moving higher in the short term. Okay. Now down on the 1-hour chart, we also get signals from the MACD and RSI. They're not as strong as the 4-hour chart, but indeed they're still bullish signs. We've got this false break. Now prices are, it looks like they're going into a very small impulse wave to the upside, okay, with the first correction being around 0.6952 or so. Now, what we want to see, of course, we want to see prices probably they're going to hit this trend line, you know, and correct over here and then break above that. So what we want to see the break above that level, okay, as a first indication, of course, and then the break of the 70 psychological 70 cents. Now, if prices turn lower, that will be our invalidation point, okay, 16,500, around that level. And that would be also, I wouldn't be surprised if that becomes the case, because that way we could get a very nice divergence, hidden divergence signal, both on the RSI and the MACD on the 1-hour, as those two don't look really complete. Now, dollar yen, 250 minutes. We've talked about this for a while now. We've been expecting prices to go lower and break above that level. That has happened, and now what we're looking again at the end of this impulse wave to the downside, which is a corrective wave, of course. We have indeed, if we take this extension, we have reached the second extension of that wave, okay? 2.618 golden extension, and we also have a false break, which is a very good indication. We do receive both RSI and MACD signals for a correction. So if you ask me what this looks like to me, looks like a correction and then a continuation to the downside. Now, we might have a deeper correction up to that level so that we can fill this gap that was created, I think, at the beginning of the week or last week. At the beginning of the week, I think it should be, or not. But in the medium to long term, I'm a little bit bearish because yen seems to be the safe haven of the choice for this quarter. So down on the 1 hour, again, we have these two signals on the 1 hour, and also on the histogram we get two signals also on the short term over here. Okay, so now we are moving up. It's very possible that we'll get to come over that level around 110, 200 or so, and then either look at prices going to up here or continue with a downtrend. Our invalidation point again is at around 1.09 for the bulls, and a break below that sooner could actually get us to fresh lows at 108.5 or so. We're looking at psychological levels. After, of course, breaking this triangle pattern, we'll receive the false break. And as I mentioned, we're looking for a correction as we speak. And quickly on the pound dollar as well. We talked about this very nice move the other day, okay? And this is the first correction to the impulse, and we're looking at prices to move high in the medium to short, I would say short to medium term. Very, very weak signal on the MACD. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see prices just moving a little bit lower, because we indeed get a very steep decline over here. Okay, and when that happens, we normally have some sort of consolidation. Okay, so I wouldn't be surprised if price move a little bit lower. We have reached indeed the 0.78 Fibonacci retracement. We could go to maybe 129 or so. In case we get below that level, that would be our invalidation point again. Okay, of course, a double top is also possible, but we need to receive further clues for this to become more of a possibility. Okay, and down on the 1 hour, since we have moving on ABC, we have a double combo over here. Okay, so in order for this first wave to be duplicated, we need to get a little bit lower, below 129. Now, if we get a invalidation, that would be anything below 129. Okay, for the bullish case, of course. In the first instance, and the second instance will be anything below 128.68, which is also a double bottom. We could, of course, receive a false break over here below that line. I wouldn't be surprised, but I'm a little bit more on the bullish side on pound dollar rather than on the bearish side. But the consolidations, as we speak, are expected. We could have some sort of consolidation and a triangle over here, and from there prices, we're looking at prices start moving up. First stop 129.87, second stop 130.40 or so. Both RSI and MACD indeed give us some bullish signs, but they're not as well too strong. So I wouldn't be surprised, as I said before, that we receive a nice move down here and get a nice hidden divergence, bullish hidden divergence, both on the RSI and on the MACD. So I'll pay attention today, of course, on the UK data and the European German data. Thank you for watching, for being with us for another day. If you like the video, please hit the like button, share it as well. If you want, I would recommend once again visit our blog. This is where we'll cover the latest news, we'll cover trading ideas, and provide all the necessary tools a trader needs.